Up next on Usala Media, American Immigrant, with your host and comedian, Che Guerrero. An immigrant himself talks to people who have come to America in pursuit of their dreams, but due to the changing atmosphere of America, describes how they are maneuvering through these turbulent times.
Go ahead.
To the first American immigrant of 2020. Thank you for joining me. I feel like I'm talking to someone when I say that, but I don't know who I'm talking to. Did it? Okay.
Host voice.
Yeah, I got to get into my host voice. 2020, Che Guerrero coming at you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm once again joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Chantel Brown.
I was about to point. Yes, thank you. Welcome.
Julie Viera. Perfect. And that
That's
confused
my
me.
bad. I swore I turned my volume down on my phone.
The
Sorry,
loop was
people,
going
if
back.
you heard that.
Now I can see myself in the camera.
It
Yeah.
was professional. a moment
Until
ago.
I ruined the
It
entire
was
thing.
cool. Yeah, no, it happens.
Please don't talk my face.
Sorry. And then joining us once again back, we want to bring it back for 2020. Jordan Capillo, how are you?
Yo, I wish I had something cool like the girls did. I don't.
Hey.
Sweater on
What do
though.
I do with my hands?
I'm keeping it below the table for the rest of the episode.
Welcome. Happy 2020, everybody.
Happy church. Yeah, happy
Yes,
that.
you're right.
Happy New Year. Everybody excited for the new year?
Is it? I heard some. What do you say in Spanish? Feliz Nuevo Año.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
Año Nuevo.
Close enough.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Feliz Año
I'm
Nuevo.
trying. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
he's
You know?
like, I heard
That's
this.
what counts.
I learned me this.
I started working at a Spanish restaurant. I don't know. Trying to pick up a couple things.
Oh my gosh. I work at a diner. I will never quit that job only for the amount of Spanish I get to speak every day with the cooks and everything.
nice.
Like, I love it.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
one day a week, I get to be all Spanish all day. It's very nice.
So that's funny because anybody following our show, they know I don't speak Spanish.
Right.
My mom's Puerto Rican.
yeah,
My family's Puerto Rican. I literally just started a job at a Head Start here, a nonprofit Head Start. Nothing but Latinos.
Oh,
and
yeah?
Latinas.
Oh no.
So I'm telling them, like, please don't speak Spanish. Stop talking
No.
to me. Like, I need to learn. And if I don't know what you're saying, I'll tell you. They're like, okay.
Good. It's definitely stepping into that culture is definitely gonna be a lot more fun for you. I want to get more into like Spanish neighborhoods and just keep using my language because I feel you put me onto that book, Stamped from the Beginning.
Oh, did you get it already?
I heard the audiobook and I
read that.
finished
He
it.
was on the last page. He
Wow.
told me what
I remember
happened at
you
the
were
end.
talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was funny because I was telling her, like, let's start off here. So I decided to, like, let me pick up both books that you two recommended, Julie recommended, Lies My Teacher Told Me, and you were Stand for the Beginning. And it was, like, they complemented each other because I got to learn a lot of stuff about how racism develops and then how it's not talked about in books. So it's just like, oh, my God. And it made me realize
We be doing that.
how much I have tried to like assimilate to
Yeah.
white culture and still, and I know I talk a lot about like I gotta be myself, but even listening to Stand from the Beginning, I realized I am a class racist. I am still a sexist, and it was so amazing. So it made me realize like I want to be around my people so badly because it is always me trying to be around white circles, and that is enough.
Yeah. You always got to be you, be true.
I know.
Boo.
How was your holidays though?
It wasn't bad. I'm trying to think. I had off for a nice amount of time with this new job. We had a paid winter break.
Oh,
Wait,
it
you
was
got the job and you already got
paid.
paid
Yeah.
off?
Because I've already...
What that is the most. I'm sorry. Forget everything else. That's the most amazing job I've ever heard.
I started
You're
like-
hired. Take 2 weeks off paid.
started
What?
the first
Thing
week.
you were just talking
Yeah.
about?
Started the first week of December. Then we went out for like a week and a half. Like the last... Like right before
I ain't
Christmas.
even mad at you, friend. You needed that.
What a
Yes,
great
thank
time.
I'm kind of.
It was really nice. You're in the wrong business, man. You gotta go work for
I know
schools.
this.
I
I know I'm in the wrong business.
No, but it was nice. New Year's Eve was nice. My sister, this is the first year without my sister. She's in Florida. Shout out to her. I know she's watching. Devin,
Okay.
love you.
Love you.
Her and her family
Hi.
are in Florida because my brother-in-law is in the Air Force.
Okay.
So that was kind of hard. But with technology, we were on like FaceTime and stuff. They're an hour behind us, so we called them for our ball drop, and then we called them for their ball drop.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
In Florida, they're an hour behind.
Because they're on like Panama
Are they-
City.
Oh,
side. Yeah.
okay.
I did not know
Yeah,
Florida
'cause
had a
that's how it is
different.
Well,
in
because
Puerto Rico,
the
too.
panhandle is like it goes over.
Yeah,
so it's
it
1
could be
hour
like-
behind.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just learned
exactly
something.
like that.
As soon as I said why, I was like, oh wait, and then you said, it's like,
Yeah.
Indiana has 2 time zones as well. I lived in Indiana, and if you go
Nice.
too
Thank
far
you.
left, you're like, oh crap, I'm in a
Time zone
different
is
hour.
That's actually kind
I
of
hope
cool.
I
but-
get that as a like a what do you call it, like a quizzo night at a bar. Like what state has 2 times zones? So
You just won the game.
Oh,
$1 million question.
Yeah.
Let's do like a Slumdog Millionaire flashback to this. Sorry, was that racist? Yeah, that was racist.
I wouldn't even get that far. I'd be out like round 2. I would
The
like to
views
think-
expressed during the American Immigrant are not those of La Media or
Viera.
producers or engineers.
Damn, I
Sorry,
was
Dylan.
left alone. All right.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But mine was nice. I
We all
like.
just like slide out of frame. Right? Like,
Nothing interesting with the fam.
Yeah. And nothing. No.
No, because you were talking about before, like how you do.
This was my black side.
Oh, so you left it just that.
Yeah.
Just that. Okay, that's great. All right, that's good. What about you? Any holiday roundup stories that?
Ooh. Well, you know what? I actually got sick on Christmas, and I was sick all through like yesterday. I finally got my voice back, but we did kind of live it up.
Yeah?
We did. Yeah, like Christmas was cool. Can't remember what we did. I just tried. Nope, can't remember.
Didn't you go to Harris?
Oh, you're right. I went to go see my mother-in-law, and then we had this really nice like exchange of gifts that we do with some of the pastors in her church, like the youth pastors, and it was really, really fun. And then we went to a wedding a couple days later in Connecticut. Y'all, Connecticut is far.
From this point, I don't know how far. Yeah.
It's past New
I'm not gonna
York.
predict- oh, we could just look it up.
I don't know this point
It's
either.
past
From where I
New
lived
York.
in New Jersey, it was like 2 hours.
It was
I
like
don't know
3.5,
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
It was like 3.5. Okay, it wasn't that far.
Further
no,
than
that's
you
a nice
expected. You
long
thought
Further than we
Connecticut was gonna be
expected,
like
right?
like a drop away, like
We didn't
Delaware.
hit any traffic in Jersey, no traffic in going through New York. We get to Connecticut. And there's so much traffic. I'm like, what are you guys doing, Connecticut? All this traffic.
It's approximately 150 miles.
You see what he
That's
said?
not bad, yeah.
So that was nice, and I wore this dress that had a big slit. It was nice,
Yeah.
and really stepped out of my comfort zone. That was my highlight.
That's cool. Wait, whose wedding was it?
It was Julio, my husband's cousins. So like cousins from my husband's side.
Oh, okay. So it's like a
Yeah, they'd be cousins of me too.
big
Cou-
Spanish wedding and
cousin-in-law.
stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
like
Just cousins-in-law. Is that what it is?
cousins-in-laws.
Cousins-in-laws.
I
Yeah.
guess
Is that a thing?
technically.
Is that a thing?
Family?
Laws
I
of
mean,
cousins.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It
sounds
was
like
a
it has
great
to be.
time.
Well, I mean, you already say brother-in-law and sister-in-law,
Right, and
father
you know
and
the
mother.
funny thing about that, I told my sister at one point, I think I'm gonna just refer to your husband as my brother, like for that relationship. But then I thought certain times I'm gonna have to use in-laws. It's gonna be weird to be
Yeah.
like my brother and sister, and then they're
See,
married.
Yeah.
So
I refer to my sister-in-law as my sister.
Yeah,
In the
exactly.
South, it might not be a problem, but like,
Yeah.
clarify.
brother's my
for
sister.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even married, but I call like the in-laws. I call them the in-laws. It's just a lot easier to.
You don't have to go really explaining things.
Yeah.
That's just what it
Really?
is.
Nah, I just
When
call it,
someone
I'm
says
like, Mom.
in-laws, I just automatically assume it's mother and father-in-law.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it stops there.
Yeah.
My girl hates it when people just assume she's my wife, because they go like, "So I'm gonna talk to your wife," and she's like, "I'm not his wife." I mean, I'm like, "Well, don't be damn girl.
Wow.
Don't make me feel
Tell 'em how
like
you
that."
really feel.
Yeah, like-
No, I was back and forth with this cop when we got pulled over in Jersey the one day, and
You be doing that too? I don't
No, what had happened was Julio was eating a Frosty, or no, it was a McFlurry, and
Okay,
so he's
let's
like
get it straight.
going over the lines, yeah, right?
Uh.
And apparently, he didn't maintain his line, so the cop pulled us
Hilarious.
over, and then he's like going back and forth, and I'm trying to make all the jokes and stuff because we were drinking, we were coming back from like and then he was like
Oh, so y'all condone this behavior? Hold up! I just want to say that she's talking about drinking, maybe a little bit. We don't know. Let's just say
Is this a confession?
0.06.
Is that a confession? I'm just
And
saying.
we all just cool with this.
I was
She
kinda
said
just like-
she was drinking.
I wasn't driving though.
Right, see?
Okay,
I
sorry.
wasn't driving. My husband stopped drinking like enough time to drive.
Okay,
He's good with that.
But the fact that
Frosty,
he
though.
even had
He
one
a
drink.
We got the frosty.
And you
So
still
the
got
frosty
pulled over.
McFlurry. Excuse me.
McFlurry, yeah, get it right. Get your story straight.
See, y'all got me on a tangent. So then the cop pulls us over. I'm barely having a voice at this time, and he
Yeah.
goes, he does his question to him, and I'm trying to make jokes. I'm like, yeah, I don't. He's like, any illegal items in here, and I'm like, well, it should be illegal to buy like 32 burgers because we just went to White Castle too, and then
Damn, 2 stops. This plot thickens.
and then he's like, point of the story, which is like, I don't even know why I'm telling the story now, but he was like, oh, is this your girlfriend? And I was like, life, because I barely had a voice. and then he's like, same thing, and I was like, not after 10 years.
Not after living with him and putting up what I had to do, taking this title.
I'll take this title. All right, let's do
That's
it.
funny.
You want to do a break now? It's not cool to do a break. Yeah, we'll do a breek after that great story. We'll come back.
And then we got to ask Mr. Capil.
Yeah, we ask Kapil.
Oh, true, confused.
I don't know if I can't follow up to that. Like, you say, she saw it like, so what happened was he was eating the Frosty. Let me just be McFlurry, you know?
We just kept moving. I was like, wait, and White Castle?
Yo.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman.
I just
Don't ask me to high five.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we're back. Okay, we're back. Yes. So we got a comment. It's our first ever comment on our video. And yes, we got a comment. And I want to just say something because can I say who it's from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's from.
We do that on our show.
Yeah, of course. It's from Chantel's dad. Mm-hmm. And it says, minorities can't be racist. We are not in power. Now, you said that your dad is, a pastor. He's educated. I would love to speak with him, like, in private.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would really love to. Like, I don't know. I would love to sit down.
Oh,
and have a conversation.
He would definitely love to.
I don't get a lot of opportunities to speak with well-read men, so I would love that.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right.
Cool. So thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it, and I would like to really know why he feels like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. I'm gonna let him know.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Can he have your number?
Yeah.
I almost got started up because I said it's
No, and I really, dude. I love it. I didn't grow up with a lot of like dads who would, want to speak on those kinds of subjects. So I really value it, especially as a man of color. I'm like, oh yeah, let's freaking chat it up.
Really cool, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that about her family.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what's going on with mine in every aspect. We'll get to my Christmas in a minute. Oh gosh. So Kapil, let's go back.
I don't know if I have enough caffeine for this.
Oh my god, I know I should have gotten more coffee.
I'm not allowed to have any coffee yet.
We're going to see Laugh Fest 2014. Anyways.
That cup, we're going to have to refurbish
I
that.
don't know.
And Julie can do it.
It's almost chipping, so I'm really afraid that one day these handles are going to break. I've had this for like, what?
Sometimes the best cups are
about
chipped.
10 years, right?
Huh?
It's about 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's been about 6 years. Yeah, I've had it for about 6 years. I went to 2014 one of Laugh Fest. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
How you been, man? How was your holidays?
It was good. I had a white Christmas, and I'm not talking about snow.
Yeah,
that's where I went.
No. Like I said last episode, I was raised by white people.
Yeah.
And one of the big things we were talking about last episode, because it was Thanksgiving around that time.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving.
So we were talking about the spread, right?
Yes.
Let me ask you what y'all's Christmas spread was.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you, what did you guys have for your
paneer,
food?
rice, beans.
No. Okay.
We don't celebrate anymore, so we stayed home.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
good.
Yeah, but same. That's what we would
Pasteles.
used to do
Oh, that's what you had?
Yeah.
on the Puerto
wanna
Rican
be
side.
house.
Put a picture on
I don't.
My girlfriend's family's Italian, so we had a lot of seafood. So it was
Okay.
like
Really?
it was a lot of tilapia. It was a
Nice.
lot of like flounder. It was
Is that what they do? The
octopus.
7 something fishes?
The 7 fishes of like, oh, it's good faith. We had the grapes. We did all that. It was delicious.
But
It was great.
everything
Excuse me, sorry.
like went together. Everything was cohesive.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
You can take a bite of everything and put it in your mouth.
I
at
don't
once.
know.
It was a traditional-
Look, I love my family. I do. I love my grandma. I know she, like, I guess she planned the menu, but grandma's got to stop. I'll tell you right now. No, we had like, I don't know. There was deviled eggs, which are great, right? But then we had peel and eat shrimp, which is really weird.
Next to your eggs.
Yeah, and then there was meatballs and sausage, and then there was like, I don't know. There was
That stuff
egg
is more
salad.
like a party food.
Yeah,
like if
it
you're having a
was-
party, not a dinner. Like
True
we would do
story.
that
But it was
stuff.
supposed to be like a dinner. I was hurt. It really hurt me. Oh, it was.
I'm still laughing like a
Yo,
man.
I'm sorry. It felt like somebody hit Emma Lagasse in the back of the head with a shovel, and then he's like, deviled eggs, shrimp, bam! And you're like,
Peel and
what?
I didn't know what was happening. Yeah, you're like,
Specifically.
if you're gonna get like the shrimp spread, at least why do I gotta peel it? I gotta peel it. You can't at least get the pre-peeled shrimp.
No.
Already in the container with the cocktail sauce in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Just open.
I don't
the
like
lid.
that.
You don't like shrimp cocktail?
Not in the
Well, I don't eat it
container
anymore,
like that
but-
within that sauce right
Oh,
in the
there
middle.
was. We brought chicken wings. I don't know
Okay.
why we had chicken wings.
You had a smorgasbord.
It was weird though.
Was it
Yeah.
a football game?
Yes. Sounds more like party food.
I think there was a game. It was Christmas, right? There was a game playing.
Yeah, it was
So-
basketball.
NBA's always like the thing on
don't-
on those days.
It was Feliz
Sixers.
Navidad.
Oh, football's on
It was
during
like
Christmas.
NBA,
That's what I'm saying, yeah,
and
there
then they
was
would put
Definitely a
Navidad
game.
on the Spanish channel.
Feliz Sixers dad or something. What?
No, they the Spanish channel they put Navidad.
Oh, with the NBA in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's.
Ha.
I
That's
thought-
stretching. I think
Yeah.
that's stretching.
I was like, man, I can get a job in marketing there. Like, that's not really creative.
Is that your new business? Yo, you gonna go back to the next episode? Now I'm in marketing for the
Yeah.
NBA.
I just met a woman who is, I can't say exactly. I know what team, but I'm not gonna say it just to protect her. But she has a job working for a MLB team,
Okay.
and her job now is. You guys ever watch the movie Moneyball?
Pieces of
That's
it.
what she does, except with tech. She like programs it all. So now she just got a gig where she got hired by like an MLB team, and she is in charge of like all of their statistics and like handling that and like helping to scout new players and do all that stuff. And she works in Philadelphia, but the team is located out in the West.
Yeah.
And she gets, because it's part of the MLB, she gets a discount on all flights, all phone plans, cable, like everything. They like take care of
Wow.
everything for her. They'll fly her wherever she needs to go. Like she got this ridiculous deal, and like she said, she just applied to it on the offhand chance that like she might get it. She like didn't think that she would ever get it, and now she's just like, oh, now like I make twice as much money, and I don't do any more work than I was already doing.
That's
That is
inspiring.
amazing.
2020, bless me
Yeah,
the
yo.
way you did her.
Yeah, she
Or
she, like, she
Popeyes.
35, like she's killing it now.
Or Popeyes.
That is damn.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
cool.
hell of a job.
That's amazing.
Oh, now I'm best.
Oh,
Chantel.
she's
That
she
guy.
found out.
Oh, sweat.
Damn,
You
she
blew
was
her
watching
cover.
you.
You know what?
I forgot
I
you from
normally
second
have my
grade.
phone on silent, but I put an alarm on because I don't ever wake up before noon. So I was
Oh.
like, oh, I'm gonna miss Chay's show if I don't
Like,
put
wait,
an alarm
ever?
on. No, I work evenings. I work nights.
All right.
I don't have to.
But-
I don't have to be into work until
If
4.
your alarm went off now, you're going to miss Chay's show anyway.
I know.
No, that was a phone call.
Oh.
Like
Oh.
some people call
That
me.
was the
I just-
NBA girl.
Yeah,
The MLB girl
that
being like,
was
why are you
MLB.
talking about me? I'm
Yeah.
watching you on Usala
I didn't say her
Media.
name half the reason because I actually forgot it. So
Oh,
there's
that's
that too.
hilarious. Damn, you blew your own
It's-
spot up. I thought you were being all mysterious and like a
I know,
gentleman.
I
Like,
thought
I don't
that
want
was
to talk
so
about
thoughtful.
this amazing woman I met on Tinder. But
I met her at the bar like a normal person.
listen, Tinder's normal. You just got
I can't. I've had no luck. I've met 2 women on Tinder, and one of them, the one woman I met on Tinder, like it was a white girl, and I found out
They're
like
usually on there.
yeah, it's all white women.
It's all white women.
No, but I found out like halfway through the date that I think she was just into me because I was brown.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
everything revolved around brown culture or black culture or you know any culture other than white. Like we were talking about movies, and this was the year. what was that movie? Was it Moonlight?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With the black
Mahershala
kid
Ali.
yeah, where he's gay.
I never saw the movie. I just
Yeah.
remember there was a huge thing because I guess like it was
award show.
it was like an award show thing,
Oh,
and people
yeah,
thought it
yeah,
got
yeah.
snubbed, but
they
another
actually
movie
won.
It won, but they
Or it was
said
supposed- is
that
that
La
what it
La
was? Yeah,
Land.
yeah.
They said La La Land, but it was actually
And they're like,
Moonlight.
oops, we made a mistake.
Oop.
You didn't win, they did. Sorry.
They win.
Oh, was Steve Harvey announcing that?
No.
No, but
He wasn't.
I don't know. It was everything we brought up. It was all about like, oh, it's whitewash this and they should get more of that and yada yada yada. I was like, it's okay to like white things. You don't have to like hate white.
like you
culture.
felt she
Like,
was over.
yeah,
doing
like,
it,
she. I felt like she was trying too hard to be an ally,
Mhm.
which is not what we even need. Like I was like, I don't. It's fine. You can.
Yeah.
You can like something like she hated what's that movie? The Great Wall with Matt Damon.
Oh
where
yeah, because he's not Asian.
she was like they whitewashed it. I was like, no, they didn't. Matt Damon's the only white guy in that movie. It's not whitewashed at all.
Yeah.
She was like, well, it still shouldn't have been him. I was like, have you seen the movie? She was like, no. I was like, so how are you even hating on? You don't even know what it's about.
Yeah,
You're
she was just
hating.
hitting you with every trope that she thought was gonna like
she
get
hated
you going.
Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. Even though the producer, the creator of Ghost in the Shell was like, I love Scarlett Johansson. I think she's perfect for the role. I interviewed her. We met. He worked with her throughout the whole thing, and she's like, Scarlett Johansson. Like, it was a whole thing.
Wow.
I was like, all right, it's cool.
Don't come as Scarlett.
Yeah.
I would be her. But that's the reason why I didn't watch that Matt Damon movie. Right?
Well,
It just
I didn't watch it. I like that stuff though. Because it's like a fantasy. Like
I like it too.
Whatever.
And
I mean,
sometimes,
I
like,
get-
why does it always gotta be a white savior? But
you know.
I
but
get
like,
that.
and I
I get that,
understand.
like-
don't hate yourself while you're also being aware of these systems that are set up, even if it's
Yeah.
Because that would have been an opportunity for, like a Chinese immigrant or like their culture to shine.
Yeah.
And, Disney does it too.
Yeah. I was actually, over the holidays, I was watching the original Mary Poppins, and my girlfriend's family put on a lot of, like, classic movies that they like, and even new movies that they like. And I realized that most of the cast were white people with blue eyes. And actually, only 3% of the population in America actually has blue eyes, but you forget that they're being cast. So they're looking for blue eyes. So that's why Americans grew up with this idea that being American is white with blue eyes, because they don't realize how much they are seeing it. Like, the entire cast of Mary Poppins has blue eyes. And they're just like, what a wonderful movie. I'm like, yeah, for you. Like, the only time I saw brownface was when the Chimney Guys came out. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, that's... I'm sorry, am I too much for the show? Should I leave my own show? Do you know, so
No,
like,
it is-
and then
it
they
is
put on
true.
this other movie called Highwaymen. And it was Kevin Costner. And he's hunting down Bonnie and Clyde, blue eyes. And all his people have blue eyes. And then they're interviewing Bonnie and Clyde's town people, right? And one of the clerks, he's a white guy, and he goes, y'all blaming Clyde? He was a young man without a father. You don't know him? And I'm like, yeah, let him yell like that about a black kid who just got in trouble for stealing a backpack. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so they're defending all, and then they're like, wasn't that a great movie, Che? I'm like, I mean, I guess the guy killed these two people in cold blood, and it's like, you know what I mean? It was like this white hero. He's retired. He comes back. He shoots Clyde.
It's always
now,
gonna be the old retired white guy.
It's the old retired white guy.
That's
and then,
in now. That's real hot.
And
Liam Neeson made that hot.
because he killed Bonnie and Clyde. This guy was the guy who brought back the Texas Rangers. They got to go back on horses and ride in Texas. And my girl's...
What's your horse? I wish everyone could see your horse move.
my horse...
They can't. Is the camera focused on it?
Well, I'm not doing the genuine pony. I'm not doing the other one.
Can we get a replay of that, please? Can you?
And I know you want to tell us about your break, but the not the funny thing. I always use the word funny for lack of better words. So representation is so important because my niece is 3. She'll be 4 this year. Curly hair, kinky hair. She's a little more brown skin. Her little sister is a little more paler skin because my sister is lighter than me, and then my sister's husband is black. And my niece had told, and Devin, I know you're watching. I don't know if you want Mia to hear this or not, so just giving a warning. My niece had told her mom that she did not like her skin color. She'd rather be light like mommy and like Thali. And it's just like, to me, I'm like, wow, at 3 years old, like noticing this already. That to me it means like those cartoons and the shows she's watching, representation. That's why we always say is so important, because if she's seeing more brown skinned girls like her on the TV, in the cartoon she watches,
as the hero too.
Yeah. So now my sister's like, I have to let her know and praise her brown skin, but then I also have to let my other daughter know your skin's okay too, because she has a darker skinned child, a lighter skinned child.
And that's the going back to the book that you put me onto. That's the tough thing is gonna be for your kids, I guess all of us, is that what's tough is if we want to succeed, to really go to we do have to go into so many white spaces.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if there's like, oh look, now there's 6 of us in this room. You can still tell. You know what I mean? Like, and also I realize we're being called minorities even when we're the majority in a space, which is degrading. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just so tough that I'm like, I feel already sorry for her, because she's gonna keep having to step out into the world, into mostly white spaces, and she's only gonna become more aware of her skin color. That's
so I sing to her "Brown Skin Girl" by Beyonce every time I see her.
It's so weird being considered a minority because I'm Indian. We're like the majority of the world.
Yeah. The word minority
like, I'm so
is
minority over here. It's really weird.
I use that all the time. Like, I'm a minority, and I realize like, no, that's offensive, because like sometimes when I'm in a majority Spanish space, I still call us minorities. Yeah. And I'm like, that's very.
Can't we just be humans? My goodness gracious.
I want to be human.
You want to be human?
I want to be a human.
No.
You know what I've been doing lately? My girlfriend hates it, but everywhere I go, I show people my green card. Like, they'll be like, you got ID, and I give my green card, and I just want to see their reaction to.
Are the green cards still pink?
No, that's shitty. Oh, I can't show you. Like, there's man cameras here. I'm about to give away
all
my
your information.
It's a setup.
Got him.
Nah, but I like doing that because, like, it's weird how people, like, how they view you, and then until like, I remember I went to this liquor store, and the guy goes, "Do you have ID?" The guy was probably Vietnamese, Asian descent. I couldn't really tell, and he had like an accent, and then he goes, he said, "I'm not gonna make an accent." He said, "Can I get your ID?" Yeah, and I went, "Sure," and he goes, "Green card? Why do you have a green card?" I was like, "Well, I was born in DR. I came here and I gave him a little of my background." And he goes, "Your English is incredible. I wouldn't have thought you were an immigrant at all." And I realized I am very lucky that I can hide in ways others can't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or like I went to Best Buy, and I gave this fat white dude my green card, and he said everything I needed to hear. He went, as he punched in the numbers, I went, "Everything I needed to hear, brother. You don't like me." He was fine with me until I gave him that green card, and he saw I was an immigrant, and he was like, "Nah, I don't like you." Like, that green card, like, that helps me really realize, like,
that would never happen at Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God.
Oh, would you look at that? It's Sunday already. Just close it on my face. Yes, I'm going to happen at Chick-fil-A. It's a Thursday, not here. God bless America.
Where's the correlation, Best Buy and Chick-fil-A? Like,
I'm just saying, their service is immaculate.
They are speedy, though.
Popeye's service, on the other hand, is so horrible, bro.
Horrible.
I went in there like a couple weeks ago, and they don't even have like a regular menu. They have it on screens, but the screens keep changing, but too fast for you to read. Right? So I go there, and the dude's like, he literally like, just like no decorum, not polite at all. He's like, "Yo, what you want?" I was like, "I'm trying to read your menu, man."
The pressure. Just give me the
chicken.
chicken.
I was like, it's too fast. And he was like, "All right, just whatever." And like, so I read the menu, and I get what I thought. It was like 9-piece chicken, because it was me and my roommate. So I was getting like a 9-piece chicken. It was coming.
Yeah,
I don't eat 9
don't
pieces of
explain
chicken.
to us that there was another person. Just 9.
No, but it came with like 2 sides, something, and whatever. And the guy he only gave me 1 side. And I was like, "Nah, I asked for 2. It comes with 2. It says." He was like, "No, it doesn't." And like at that point, I like, it was like lucky the screen changed to what I was ordering. I was like, "Look right there!" And he turned.
Hurry up, quick.
And he like put it in the bag, and he just like gave it to me. I was like, "Hi, man." Whatever. Like,
I love that he went, "Oh damn, it does it."
but this is the Popeyes on what was it? Broad and Catherine. That one, just so you know, if you guys are watching, that Popeyes don't care about you.
Yeah, like I'm like,
slow down that point.
Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
won't do
we
Popeyes.
That chicken was banging though.
I
For
wish we were
real.
sponsored by Chick-fil-A or Popeyes right now. Like, hey, get a 9-piece for yourself or a friend. Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Popeyes. Oh man, that's
chicken and
hilarious.
Popeyes.
I don't. What's the last time? No, I have fast food all the time.
What's your holiday story?
Yeah,
I
we
don't really
haven't
have a
heard
holiday
this.
story. It was just like, it was just a lot though with the family there. They were there for like 8 days, and I tell you guys all the time, like they're like Trump supporters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was very 8 days is a long time.
Tense, yeah.
Yeah, and her dad and I, we like each other, but we're like just two sharks in the water, just like circling each other. Like I was flipping through the channels, right? And I didn't realize that one of the debates was on, one of the Democratic debates. So I watched it for like 20 minutes because they were like bickering. They were like, Buttigieg was like, I don't take any money from wealthy donors. I
was
don't
like,
from sick people.
Hefty donuts.
And then, whatever. So I was watching it. And then my girl tells me the next day that her dad, while I was at work, was just livid, going, Che was trying to like gaslight me, putting on the Democratic debate, knowing damn well I don't like any of them and they can all go to hell. And I was just like, what? I just watched 20 minutes just to see what was up.
In your house, right?
In my own home. So that was a lot. And all right, my girl doesn't listen to this, but it was the most hilarious.
Today she is. Jokes on you, Sagna.
Your dad's contacting her.
But there was a fight that happened because all the big fights always happen while I'm not there because like I'm very like, hold on. so apparently this one's dumb. Like let me get your opinion on this one, right? So Amy and I were talking about like getting a home, right? And we're talking about when we get a home, we want to have at least an additional bedroom just in case one of our parents become ill. They can come live with us because Amy has that kind of heart where she took care of her grandparents when they were sick. They actually died 6 months within of each other, and she took care of both of them for like 4 years. Like she dropped out of school. She just has that kind of heart. She's like, you need me, I'm here. Right? So we've been looking at homes, so we had that in mind. So I think over the holidays, Amy wanted to like pat herself and be like, hey mom, Che and I are looking for a home, and we want you to know that when you get older, we want you to come live with us. And her mom goes, no offense, but I never want to live with you. and it just became like this huge fight about her mother saying, why are you even thinking about taking care of me? Like, I don't need you. And it just became this whole thing of like, I can't believe Christmas, we're talking about death, and you are so selfish. And it became a very big, like, why are we having this fight?
That's weird.
How did we get here? Like,
Wait, how did we get right? So it's one of those fights where it's like, how did we get here?
Oh no.
So, okay, so my mom would love to be able to have a home with an in-law suite for her parents, right? My grandparents are in their 70s. My abuela's getting ready to be 80 very soon. So I understand that mentality of, and when you love your parents, listen, I would love for you to come live with me. You don't got to worry about your bills, etc. You're right there. You need anything, I'm here for you. I get that. On the other side, I'm wondering, which I'm confused too, where she's coming from, but I'm wondering if her mom feels like since she's getting older herself, she doesn't want to think about, like, it just made her go there.
Yeah, I think she was just not prepared
It's
to.
weird, but I don't know. Maybe
it's different in our culture, though.
That's
it's like
true too.
Really common for us as Latinos, which your girlfriend, she's not, but
She's talented.
yeah. But to take care of your family. So for us, that is, oh, mommy's so thoughtful, how sweet, very nice. So it's hard for us to understand. But I wonder if somebody, like, a white person or somebody who doesn't have the same culture, what they would say. Like, maybe she feels attacked. Maybe she feels that you don't see her as strong. Maybe this or that.
Yeah, I think also, like, I realize also how some people just don't like to talk about death.
Yeah,
like, some
that's
people
true.
really do not want to even, like, get that across their face. They're so, like, sometimes my girl is thinks I'm morbid because I like to write eulogies for people or stuff like that. Or that I
Wait.
Okay,
We're not just going to joke. We're not just going to go right
No,
past
not
that.
like write them. Like, I actually have a journal. I just like to think of, like, what kind of things would I say about an individual if they was to die right now?
Uh-huh.
And I think about that kind of stuff all the time. Like, how do I view this
It's a little
person?
morbid.
It's weird.
I'm trying not to judge you.
Well, I mean,
I'm not
We're
even
supposed to
trying.
be honest.
one of our friends recently passed, Chris
Yes,
Cotton,
yes, rest in peace,
R.I.P.,
Chris.
a very big presence in the Philly community, and he was
Sorry to hear that.
Actually, this
It
one was
was
very.
your last show.
He was at my last show. Yeah,
Yeah.
You were there.
I was on your show.
He was on my last show, and my friend Chris Cotton actually performed at my show. Was his last show.
Oh,
and then he passed the next afternoon.
Was it okay? I woke up on Wednesday to all the news.
He
so
passed
I didn't know if it
Tuesday.
was Tuesday
He
or
passed
Wednesday
Tuesday.
morning.
Yeah,
And it was just so surreal because I was like, I just saw that dude.
Yeah.
On Monday, I said hey to him like, yo, I'll see
Wow,
you
how
around.
fragile.
Like it wasn't like we didn't say a goodbye or anything. It was just like, all right, good set, man.
Yeah.
It was great seeing you. I'll catch you
you-
at Raven, whatever. And then it was like, oh.
Did you go to his funeral?
I did not. He's got a show or a benefit show, I guess.
Oh, I'll
on
be on
Monday.
it. I'll be on it on Monday. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. I might have to go to Lancaster, so I don't know if I can make it. But if I don't have to go to Lancaster, then I'm gonna try to make it out to.
Yeah.
Was it City Winery?
City Winery at 8:00 this Monday is a benefit show. It was actually Chris's show. He put it together for the city. He wanted to have like a Monday like showcase that could be great for new comics. Unfortunately, he passed, but we're gonna try and keep that legacy going.
Wow.
So we're gonna be at the first show. And it's gonna continue for him.
So did you write his eulogy?
I didn't, but I was very. I went to his funeral and I didn't expect what I walked into because, look, I've lost people and I'll be real with you. Everybody that I've lost has kind of like not been the greatest person. There are people in my life, but I'm not gonna speak ill of the dead.
Yeah.
So this was the first time that I went to a funeral, and when I walked in, it was at a theater. There were like, and I think in total over the 5 hours coming in and out, there might have been over 1,000 people at his funeral. No lie, and it was amazing to read what people wrote about him and to be like, oh, he was, he was a great person, he was supportive, but then everything they wrote about him was exactly who I knew. Like I cried so much reading people like say kind things about him because I was like,
That was who he was
that was
through
who
and
he
through.
was
Yeah.
through and through. Like I've been at funerals where like he was a good man who lived virtuous. Like he was an alcoholic who cheated on his wife. You know what I mean? Like I'll be heckling in the back.
I didn't even know him like all that well. I just knew him from the Philly stand-up community.
Yeah.
But Chris, like even in the short time that I knew him, he's like one of those people that if you had a problem with him, then you were probably the problem. Like
He got along with everybody.
That's what I'm saying. I've
Understanding
never heard anybody speak ill of him.
Well, you know what? To speak in such broad terms, it doesn't do a person's justice. Let me tell you a personal story. This is kind of opening up to you guys. I had a rough time in my relationship over the summer, where I wasn't living at home, and when there was a moment where like you need to leave the house, I called Chris, and Chris was like, "Give me 5 minutes. I need to speak to my wife. We do have a space, but I just need to, I need to check with my wife.
Right,
I have a partner." So I go, sure. Calls me back in 5 minutes, like, no problem. Just come over, bring your stuff. I go, he gives me the keys, and he sits down with me, and he goes, explain to me what's going on. I spoke to him about what's going on. And he goes, it's not unworkable. It's really not unworkable. You know what I mean? But you need to ask yourself, do you want to be with her? Or do you want to, do you want to go home? Or do you want to stay in the streets? And I was like, I want to go home. And he goes like, this is what you do. She's going to call you, like, oh, come take the kid, whatever. Be available. Be available for her. Say yes. Go there. It's like, look, I'm giving you 2 months in my house, but I really want you out in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you in the streets doing more comedy. I don't want you going out, maybe meet a girl too. Now that you're not, no, go home and work on this. And that's what I did, man. Any chance, like I didn't do comedy those couple of months. I went home. I was back home in 3 weeks. Took some time after that.
Okay, you did that.
But Chris was the one that was like, go home, be good to her. Do you know what I mean? Like you messed up, admit that. But go home and make up for it. And he really put me on the right path. Amy and I have worked out a lot of our differences and a lot of the problems, but I really thank Chris for helping me get back home.
Yeah, that's huge. I feel like people don't understand like how influential it is to have someone that you can talk about at your lowest times.
Yeah.
You can talk with and they really have sound advice.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like, oh, forget this person or that person.
No.
But yeah, that's huge.
Chris goes, if I'm your friend, like if you break up, like if you break up with your girl, he goes like, I never just take the guy's side because he's my friend. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, look, man, she left you for a reason, and it's a good one. He'll tell you the truth, even if your friend's like, nah, you're a piece of crap. You know what I mean? So that's what I liked about him. That's when I read those words and I saw how people were talking about him, I was like, that is exactly the man I got to meet for those 2 weeks I lived in his house. Genuine, kind. Just a great force. And he had like he let me, the room that he let me stay in was actually like his recording studio. So he had like recording artists come through all the time in his house around the neighborhood to do like their own little albums and stuff. He didn't charge them. He just set everything up. And I'm like sleeping. He's like, hey man, I got an artist that wants to record a track. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go change and then get out of here. But he was like so in love with his community, And he was, one thing I loved about his funeral, he was black. And by that I mean like, it was a gospel. It was
What they call a homegoing service.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a service of his life, and it was there was city council members, there was pastors, there was just, I was like, man, Chris wasn't just black, but he loved every aspect of being black in a way that I've never embraced my own heritage. And that's the thing that made me realize, like, I gotta live my life like that. You know,
unapologetic.
Yeah. Be who you are and be kind. And, you know, his wife said that he kept saying, the words he always said to her is like, it doesn't matter what the world is like, we have to be good.
I be trying to
we
tell
have
my
to be
husband
good.
that.
And it's just like, like, you know, there's no reason to be mean. We have to be good. And I'm just like, that's such a great way of living, you know? So we're actually, you know, going to City Winery on Monday the 6th at 8 p.m. if you guys come out, or, you know, anybody watching. It's all on my Facebook and Instagram, so we could do that. But yeah, that's why I got to do also during the holiday. I got to go to that, so that was such a crazy couple of weeks, man. But I'm glad these holidays are over.
Yeah, it sounds like a mix of emotions, you know.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for me because, like, I also, like, really decided to, like, just quit comedy. Like, I'm doing this show for Chris, but I decided to really take like a break from comedy because I've been following like Ham for 13 years. So like my energy feels weird.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You ever do that? You ever just like quit a new job that was keeping you busy and you're like, yo, my energy feels weird.
Yeah, it's a paradigm shift, you know. Your whole life turns
Yeah.
into something that it wasn't before.
Yeah.
And that's cool though because you're birthing something new.
Yeah.
Whoever this 2020 you is gonna be.
I'm excited though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I've never been more excited just to finish a year because I just want to know what the election results are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been like, I wish it was December already, you guys. No. Computer's just like, no.
I know what's gonna happen. It's
No, you don't. You gotta vote, man.
You want to take a quick break? And then
Yeah, let's do a quick break and we'll come back and
Finish up.
we'll see if we have any resolutions for the new year. We'll be back.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
And we're back. I love the comments that we keep getting like during the break. People are like, "Yeah, you're my girl was being very honorable." I think so. I don't, like I said, I was saying I don't have that kind of spirit in me. Like there's nobody. Although I will say this, if we go around 2020 resolutions, I did have 2.
Okay.
So do you guys make any? Are you like those? Okay. One was to educate myself this year. It was just like that just seems like a pretty good one. Just like I am going back to school.
Right.
So, and 2 was just to be a better partner. That was really the second one, just to learn how to be a better partner. Because we already told you a story about how 2019 wasn't my best year. So those are the 2. So that's why I'm like, yeah. So those are my 2 resolutions for this year. So I think that's great that she is so honorable that I want to kind of like match her.
It.
Yeah, that's what it is. I realized like
Got match her fly.
yeah, and that's actually something that I realized too by like saying like I'm gonna quit comedy. Is comedy's a selfish business.
Is it?
It is beyond. It's all about me. It's all about I'm on stage by myself. These are my jokes. These are my words. And in my personal life, it's like, yo, girl, you're gonna stay home and watch the kids while I go to a club and I get on stage and I'm the show and I'm the party and I'm the one everybody wants to talk to. For 5 years, that is mean. That is, I had no regard. Wait, no disregard, no regards. No regards for her.
Yeah.
Her being. Do you know what I mean? It was just, you're a woman, so you're going to take care of the kid. I'll see you later. Do you know? So that's why I realized, like, no, I'm not a good partner. So that's why, like, just the last month has been, like, me being home, being like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Oh,
do you want to go hang out with your friends?
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? Because I can no longer be that selfish person that comedy requires me to be. You know, so I can't pursue that dream anymore if it continues to make me as selfish as I was. So that's why, like, one of my resolutions with quitting comedy is just learn to be a better partner, because now my mind isn't, or my energy isn't outside of the house anymore.
And maybe if you ever go back to comedy, you can see it as something that you guys can appreciate together. and be
Absolutely.
more-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
was
know?
thinking that too, or in
Yeah.
different ways to do comedy, because maybe not the live stage, but
Do
with the
couples
social
comedy.
media
Yeah.
platforms that we have.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
why
this is
Because
Right.
it's always gonna be a part of your life.
Oh, yeah, I'm funny. Oh, yeah. Honestly, the fact that
So humble.
No, I'll be real with you. The fact that I don't
Confident.
do
2020 boy.
Unapologetic.
Hold up.
Unapologetic.
I'll say this. Me and my girl, though, when we are at home, like, now that I'm not doing comedy, I make her laugh a lot on some real deep stuff. So hearing her laugh all day is worth, so I know I'm funny.
It's still part of your life.
So I make her laugh. So I make her family laugh. I'm
That's
pretty good.
That says something about her too.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense. I know you're funny, but like I'm pretty funny, and I'm like, Julio, did you not just hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no,
that
she got
was
me
good.
cracking up, too. She got me
He's like, no, I heard it.
Damn,
Yeah.
did I tell you guys what she wanted to name a documentary about my life?
No.
'Cause I told her, like, oh, I've worked with so many famous people, but I've never made it. And she was like, Che, if I made a movie about your life, I'd call it Just Shy. I'm like, damn, that's cold.
That's
Just
Close,
Shy.
but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar.
You know what? You guys don't have to quit. You don't have to quit comedy. You got to
Yeah.
get her on stage. That's what you got.
Oh,
do.
yeah, no, she would rock it, man. She's so unapologetic. She's really.
I feel like she
That would
would
be cool.
start and then she would make it.
Oh, yeah, she make it.
Like the
And then you
Marvelous
would be
Mrs.
just
Maisel.
shy.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that show, The Marvelous Mrs.
Yeah, I
Maisel?
love it. We watch it together all the time, man.
That's my show.
So I haven't watched it. I was talking to a female comic, and she said that as a female comic, she found it really difficult to watch. I haven't watched it, so I don't even know.
Yeah, I
if
wouldn't
it's-
because I'm not a comic.
I don't
but
know.
As the outside person,
Do you enjoy it? I
enjoyed it.
I hear it's good from
and it was
most
the same
people.
way. The man tried to make it, but
Yeah.
she just ended up coming up.
Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's kind of funny because, like, so as my career was going down, my girlfriend's career has been going up, and I realized that for a little bit I was getting jealous, but now I'm just like,
You
I'm
go,
cheerleading.
girl.
I'm cheerleading.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, that's my baby. Megan. I'm like, you go, girl. Yes. Pay that rent. Pay that rent.
He's like Ali Wong over here. He's like, I don't want to work anymore.
No, I'm working. I'm just saying, like, but I'm realizing, like, why am I mad that she's
Yeah.
thriving? You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it
Yeah, that's
should be.
your
baby.
woman. She
That's
wins,
my
you
woman.
win.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a powerful woman. It's 2020.
It's
Like,
2020.
Oh,
do
you
you,
go,
boo
girl.
boo. Do you? I'll stay home. I'll cook. I'll clean. I'll
That's
take
what my
care of the
husband
kids.
says.
You
I'll be a
know?
stay-at-home husband.
I
ain't no
got
problem.
you. I'm not like a trophy husband, but like I'm like a participation. award. If you're ready to settle, I'm here for you, girl.
Damn, that should be on a card. If you're ready to settle, I'm here for you, girl.
Go sow your wild oats, but I'll be back. You'll be back.
Sow your wild oats.
I have to say, so I don't normally do resolutions, right? But this year I actually wrote down goals for 2020.
Yes, girl.
Financial goals, career goals,
Oh,
wife goals, mother goals.
okay.
What about
Because-
best friend goals?
I feel like we already got that's checked
That's
off the
gold.
list. Yeah. Because one thing that I've been noticing with people, like I don't believe in resolutions, but a lot of people saying they wrote stuff down. And when they go back at the beginning of the year to see what they wrote down, it's like, wow, they either met their goal or surpassed it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me write this stuff down.
I've been telling
and be
you this for
diligent.
years.
You have
man.
been.
Planners,
You have
no
been.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most planning I'm doing is like a budgeting planner.
Oh, I need to do
Yeah.
that.
I have so I'm going to shout her out because one, she gives this wisdom for free. And so technically, if you make your own spreadsheets, you're not paying her for anything, but she also makes a workbook you could use. So shout out to the Budget Mom on Instagram, YouTube. It's budget by paycheck. So you budget by every paycheck, and every dollar has to go towards something.
Yeah, it's like a zero base. Right?
Zero base, balancing, and all cash, no cards, as best as you can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
God, I got to live by that method in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, though.
Yeah.
Until you roll that stuff down.
I use debit
So we'll
card.
see.
Yeah.
I did that a lot, but I'm so swipe happy. Then you
yeah.
look back like, what the heck happened? So
Yeah, but at least with debit, it's like it's not like credit. I'm not building up debt when I'm, it's just like no,
Right.
it is my money. Like I
Yeah.
do have it, so it's like At least I don't know. That's how I just. I have a problem.
But that's what
I'm gonna get that link from you later after the show.
That's good. Yeah, I'm hoping my money comes up this year. I never have too much hope for that, but like we'll see what happens.
No. Wait till I get my money.
Oh my God. What about you, Julie?
You know what?
4 more businesses in 2020.
Right. I'm not even. This is not a drill. You know, like
this is not a drill.
She works for herself, but she's not unemployed. I'm telling you guys, it's real.
A serial entrepreneur. No, I'm really excited about the trajectory that my business is going now, and you know, really making it into apparel and life goods. You know, and I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, stickers were cool, but they cost $1.
Yeah.
Like
to buy, like for you as buying them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not
I thought you were talking
expensive
about
to
like
buy.
getting made. I was like, or like in bulk. Like,
So her cash flow coming
each.
in
I'm
won't
just
be
talking
that
about
great.
profit margin.
Okay,
You know?
okay,
So
okay.
I'm trying to be smarter, and my new business plan is looking good. I'm excited about that, so I really want to grow that in this year. And then personally, I just think I really let the people around me affect my mood. I really let, you know, what other people think hurt me, and I just want to be stronger within myself, and that's something I want to work on.
Thank you for being vulnerable for a second there. That I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Let's move on now.
No. Stop it. Be strong. 2020.
West song works.
What about you, Kapil?
I don't know. Lower standards, higher spirits. No, I'm
When you're ready to settle, girl.
He wants to be at the bar all 2020.
No. Well, it's like I said last episode that I was on. You know, just be more open, be more mindful to new experiences, and all that. I was hoping to start the new year with a new job. Did not get that job, unfortunately. So I'm still in the restaurant industry. But I started getting back into things I like studied in school in hopes that maybe I can kind of like rekindle that passion of mine. Cool. Like I went to school originally for like 3D modeling and stuff and like design. So I started, you know, doing more 3D modeling. I bought myself a tutorial course on some new stuff, like, you know, because the game's changed in
Right.
the time I've been to school. So I got I'm doing like a refresher course right now is what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I can.
2020, Kapil could be like entrepreneur.
Yeah, maybe.
He's gonna have a Ziploc bag full of little 3D.
Design. This is a gun. Dude, you can't bring a 3D gun to this place.
Why is the first example is I would obviously print a 3D gun.
I feel like that'll be my first thing to print. Oh my God, that's cool, man.
No.
Educate. Damn, I love the accessibility of like. Of us being like, I'm gonna go do this, and now with all this technology, like, yeah, I'm gonna look it up, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. My little one, he's incredible, right? Because of his autism, he like gravitates to things so quickly to the point now that he knows the English alphabet perfectly, the Spanish, and the Russian alphabet.
Whoa.
And we've actually had to take away YouTube because he keeps finding Russian videos.
Wait, is it the kids
yeah.
unpacking videos? Or it's all in Russian toy videos?
No. He's like learning the alphabet, and then he's like putting
watching
on
Putin videos. He's just watching Putin.
You know, communism isn't so bad when you think about it. No. He's just so we had to actually take it away from him because he'll watch like Sesame Street in Russian. And then like he'll be like
kind of cool. That's cool. Don't take it away.
I was gonna say, I guess that's
Don't take
if
it
there's a
away.
reason to take it away, at least it's that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, not because he's watching. I don't know.
Right. Say
You
no
know,
more.
whatever.
maybe he's getting ready for the future. Maybe we should all be learning Russian.
Exactly.
Well,
Let that baby
Russia-
learn.
Well, get him on Chinese.
yes,
That's a possible.
yes.
That is a possible future.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I just gotta get him to learn. Oh, he's gonna be my translator in the future.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you. We gotta wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. Anybody want to promote anything real quick before we go? Just for me, City Winery on Monday the 6th. Come on out.
Be square.
And shout out
All
to
right.
Dylan.
Dylan, thank you once again.
Thank you.
See you guys next month.
Yeah, air horn.
Bye.
Bye.
Air horn.
Thank you for tuning in to American Immigrant with your host and comedian, Che Guerrero. American Immigrant can be heard each and every Saturday afternoon from 5 to 6 p.m., as well as a rebroadcast of this episode every Tuesday from 9 to 10 a.m., as well as Thursdays from 2 to 3 p.m., right here on Usala Media.